Hi guys, you're welcome back to Biomage Fits. Today's tutorial is going to be teaching us how to achieve a cut together shoulders for your yoke. This tutorial is as requested. These are my yoke patterns I'll be using for this tutorial. This I drafted on my previous tutorial. So if you have not seen my previous tutorial yet, please go into my channel and click on how to draft a Victorian corset top, because that is where I got out this yoke from. So now I am arranging my nude net to check with my pattern paper if this space is going to be enough for me to cut my yoke from. So I'm going to place the front yoke, and after that I'll place the back yoke to be sure I can use this space for the first piece. So this is how I'm going to have my yoke together. So now that I have checked, the next thing I am going to do is to fix my yokes together. So watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to place this together on the shoulder line and tape it down. Please, when you're doing this, do not lap the shoulder line, like do not lap the front to the back or the back to the front. Just place it accordingly on the same line. Let the two shoulders meet on the same point, not lap. Please do not lap it. Then I'm going to use my paper tape to put them together. So here I'm struggling with my net to stay in one place, and I'm also struggling with my paper. Anyway, shall we move? So now that I have taped the back and the front yoke shoulders together, the next thing is to position it very well on my skin tone net. Guys, you know how usually you cut out your yoke from your fabric? You are going to be doing the same thing. But one thing you have to make sure of is this front yoke. You have to make sure this front center line is aligning with your fabric center line, like you can see me do right here. The back yoke doesn't really matter, but this front yoke have to be aligning so that you will not have any gapping on your yoke. So here I'm pinning down because I want to make sure the front yoke center line aligns with my fabric center line. So I'm going to pin this down with my pins. When I'm done pinning down the center front, then I'll go ahead to pin down the other parts. It is necessary that you pin down this part so you do not have excess fabric in the yoke. You know, as it's facing the other way, you can pin down and you would have excess fabric you would not even know. So you can see what I'm doing. As I'm pinning down, I'm arranging my fabric to make sure I do not have excess fabric underneath. See the way I'm trying to structure and arrange my fabric to be very sure of that. So after doing all this pinning down, I'm pinning both the front and the back. Of course, you can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out this piece. I'm done with pinning. I'm going to cut it out. So you see, I'm going to cut out on the exact line of my pattern papers. I'm not going to be adding any seam allowances that is on the chest line. Even for the armhole area, I would not be adding any seam allowance because this is a net fabric and it stretches. So that is why I would not be adding any seam allowances. So if it's for a fabric that doesn't stretch, please make sure to add your seam allowance on the chest line. The seam allowance is where you stitch your fabric to the other piece. That is the lower body's chest line. So for this particular point you see me holding right here, this armhole point, I'll be adding half-inch seam allowance on that very point so that after cutting out this yoke, I would have enough space to sew in my sleeves from the chest line, and that is the only point I'll be adding my seam allowance. Now that I am done with cutting out the front chest line, I'll go ahead to cut out the other parts. But trust me guys, that is not where it stops. So make sure to watch the next step. So I am done cutting out the first piece for my cut together shoulders for my yoke, and this is how it looks like. In case you do not want to double your yoke, you just want one piece for it, here you go, this is what you have. So next I'm going to check how much my fabric stretches. Please, before cutting out your yoke, make sure to place your paper on that line that doesn't stretch much. You know, net fabric has one side that stretches very well and one side that doesn't stretch much. So the way I am placing mine is on the side that doesn't stretch too much. That is how I am placing my paper on my net fabric. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut out a double for my net fabric. This is for you that wants to double your yoke. The first piece I cut was just a single piece in case you do not want to double your yoke. But if you want to double yours, this is the next step for you. So I'm going to pin down again on my fabric. All right, I am done with that step. Now I'm going to cut out the second piece for my yoke. So guys, if this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe after watching this video. Also give this video a thumbs up, that is click on the like button, and you can as well share so more people can get to learn this. Now I'm going to cut out the neckline for the yoke. As you can see, I am not adding any seam allowance, so that after stitching I'm going to have it a little deeper and a little wider. So this is how it looks like on the right side. See how it came out, looking really beautiful and neat. So the next step I am going to take here now is to cut out about half an inch from the chest line. Because it is net fabric and because it stretches, I'm going to cut out half an inch from the back chest line and the front yoke chest line, so that after stitching this to the lower part of my top, that is the lower part chest line, I would not have any gapping. It's going to just come out very fine and blend very well. It's going to stretch out very well. So now I'm going to cut out the front yoke chest line, just half an inch. Please do not cut more than half an inch, except what you are using, the fabric you are using stretches very well. So for this one I'm cutting just half an inch, as you can see that. This is one secret to have a very fine and well blended yoke for your dress or your top. By the time you trim off half inch from your chest line, especially when the fabric stretches, please take note, especially when the fabric stretches, by the time you do that, you're going to have a nice outcome. The next step I'm going to take is to turn my neckline with the other fabric. So guys, I have gone ahead to turn my neckline, and this is what I have right now. The next thing I'm going to do is to trim off about quarter of an inch from the neckline. I stitched with half of an inch, so I'm going to trim off quarter of an inch away from the neckline. So why I'm doing this is so that I don't have too much excess in the neckline seam allowance. So after I flip this over, turning it to the right side, it's going to look almost invisible, like there's no seam line there. Though you still see that there's a seam line, but it's better to have less seam allowance inside your yoke neckline. It makes it look really neat and not tacky. But if you're not going to be turning the neckline, then there will be no need for all these things. So guys, I am done with that. The next I'm going to do is to take this to my pressing table and iron very well. I'm going to take it away to iron very flat. Even before ironing, you can see how it looks. It's looking really beautiful already. And also see how the sweetheart style line for the front came out. I really love it. If you are making a sleeveless dress, then this is the time to turn the armhole area. So for the center back, you can decide to turn it for buttons or leave this way if you're installing zipper. Now take this away to press, and I'll come back to show you guys how it looks like. So I am back with it, and I have pressed the neckline flat, and this is how it looks like. The yoke is given already. As you can see, I cut out a round neckline for this yoke, and it is looking really beautiful. Please make sure to watch the pattern drafting if you have not seen it yet, to be able to cut out this yoke like I did. And here I am done with this tutorial on how to achieve a cut together shoulders for your yoke. Please guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and also drop your comments if you have any. Please do not forget to share this video so more people can get to see this and learn as well. For now, I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.